안녕하세요, 준CD입니다. 오늘 할 게임은 항아리게임입니다. 해볼게요. 와, 이거 처음 해보는데 와 진짜 떨린다. 오, 흐짜 흐짜 아다. 아우야, 이거 어렵네. 오야, 호이, 아이, 호이, 아이, 아이, 호이, 나이스. 오, 아직까지 무난한데요, 저한테는. 오, 이렇게. 와, 이 마우스 힘들구나. 오.
There's no feeling more intense than starting over.
아, 오케이.
If you deleted your homework the day before it was due,
그 유명한
as I
태초
have,
마을인가 여기가?
or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and you put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here. Alright, thanks for coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. Don't worry, I'll save your progress, always, even your mistakes. This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002 titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products. In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery, and the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything.
맞아. 화이팅. 오야. 뭐야? 나이스. 안돼. 맞아. 오케이.
Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get a poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. Video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have every pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real.
오케이. 이거지. 오야야야야. 좋아. 많이 왔어 지금. 처음 치고는 잘하는 거 같은데 나는 지금. 오야.
The obstacles in Sexy Hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas. And that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with.
안돼. 진짜 안돼. 하지마. 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 하지 마세요. 좋아. 주고 아우. 하다이. 맛이야. 하다. 맛이야. 안돼. 오야. 오야. 오. 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 와 이거 개빡세다. 와 조. 아. 조. 오야. 겨우 왔어 나는 여기서. 오케이. 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 아우야. 사뿐사뿐 올라가. 천장을 보면서. 오. 나이스. 오야. 오야. 좋아 좋아 좋아. 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 후아. 오. 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 맞아. 후. 점프해서 오케이. 끝까지 밀어. 끝까지 밀어. 끝까지 밀고 여기서 들려. 어? 맞아. 오. 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 이런. 오케이 좋아. 좋아 좋아. 여기가 문제네. 우리 둘이 좋아하지? 오케이. 아, 괜히 뺐어. 아. 오케이. 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 오케이, 잠깐만. 제발 부탁이야. 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 부탁. 희망은 보인다. 희망은 보인다. 희망은 보인다. 안돼. 와 잠깐만 왜 이렇게 어려워. 이게 어려워. 뻗어서. 오케이. 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 오케이.
Oh, you just lost a lot of progress. That's a deep frustration, a real punch in the gut.
아 이거. God damn it. 왜 떨어지냐. 와 진짜. 처음으로 올라왔는데 와 솔직히 할 말을 잃었다. 이거 진짜 이거야. 와 진짜 어이가 없네. 가자. 안돼.
Oof, sorry about that.
주말에 다시 왔네. 나 울고 싶지. 나.
This thing that we call failure is not the falling.
이거 맞는 사람 진짜 이거. 되게 플레이 해봤겠지 이거? 개빡치게 하네 이거. 아 이걸로 만들었어. 진짜 대박이다 진짜. 좋아 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 안 좋아.
Get nasty over there, boy. Going down the road feeling
노래
bad.
기가 막히다. 와.
I'm going down the road
노래 좋다.
feeling bad.
완전 좋다.
Going down the road feeling bad, and I ain't going to be treated this so. Oh, your lady, your lady,
네.
lady, oh, honey, your lady, your lady,
오 마이 갓. 네. 사분이 받고 여기까지 올라가서 올라갔어. 좋아. 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 오케이 고고. 구웠니? 잘 구웠니? 오케이. 오!
For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made out of prefabricated, bought in a store and assembled
Nice.
into a world.
좋았어.
And for the most part, that hasn't happened. Because the objects in the store
오. 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 오, 아까비. 아. 오, 이 새로운 공간이 너무 신선하다. 아, 너무 태초마을은 진짜 영 아니었어, 진짜. 아. 참 차분히. 어? 뭐 떨어지겠다 그러다가.
Over time, we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet. Trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. And you can build culture out of trash. But only trash culture. Be games, be movies, be music, be philosophy.
아, 오케이. 아. 어디까지? 여기까지. 오케이.
Maybe this is what digital culture is. A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of.
I left my mother, the best friend I had.
기가 막히다. 기가 막혀.
Was a morning there.
지식 소리가 왜 이렇게 잘 어울려요?
That reason miles away. Sitting all alone, I can see 1,000 miles. This phone goes, the bells go on, and my heart so broken.
Nice.
There's 3D models of breakfast, Gen X's fanfic novels, Scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, banned snuff scenes on LiveLeak. Facebook's got lifelike bots, a Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic failed GIFs, Russian dashcam vids, discussions of McRibs, discarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten, untitled. Everything's fresh for about 6 seconds, until some newer thing beckons.
안 돼. 오케이. 좋아. 하자.
In this context, it's tempting to make friendly content that's gentle, that lets you churn through it, but not.
아, 내려가나 보다. 가자.
Do not stand at my grave and cry.
오케이. 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 나이스. 나이스한데? 여기서 가면 되나? 오야.
To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. Friedrich Nietzsche. Sorrow is my own yard. where the new grass flames as it has flamed often before, but not with the cold fire that closes round me this year.
Hurry home. Oh, whoopsie-doo, don't know where to begin. Oh, whoopsie-doo, I'm off my new my baby, it wouldn't stay. I can't tell the sun from the moon. My mind
No.
is a balloon. I've read the note a million times a day, but if someone should
Oh.
If you try to please audiences, uncritically Andrei Tarkovsky.
나가자. 오케이. 이거는 괜찮다. 다시 하네.
No.
오. 오케이. 아, 왜 여기서?
When to the sessions of sweet silent thought I summon up remembrance of things past, I sigh the lack of Shakespeare's Sonnet 30. Yes. Tokugawa Ieyasu.
가자.
She smiled in defeat with unconquerable eyes. Atticus.
그러면 여기까지 하도록 하겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요. 저는 준시드였습니다. 감사합니다.